Well, Roman Reigns is your new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, just like a lot of people predicted. Some of the matches did that people thought was gonna go a certain way did go a certain way. I know some people like Jeff Siegel, the Schleg Daddy at OTR Central, didn't like how the No Holds Barred street fight went. I mean, you tease all these weapons like chainsaw and barbed wire, and yeah, they get introduced into the match but not used. So I can understand some people had some good moments and some disappointing moments here. Overall, I have to say WrestleMania this year was a decent show. The opener definitely set the tone. A surprise, like I said in my reaction, Zack Ryder won. And Chris Jericho went over AJ Styles. And obviously they're setting up one more match at Extreme Rules, I can only guess. You know, you had the New Day lose to the League of Nations, but that just served up as a spot or after-match brawl to WrestleMania moment with the League of Nations, you know, calling out anybody basically to face them. And who did they get? They got Shawn Michaels, Mick Foley, and Steve Austin. So that was interesting. Next up, I think you had Brock Lesnar and Dean Ambrose. Like I said, some people were disappointed about how that came about, but it was a decent match. Like I said in my reaction, it was a stiff match. Then I believe you had the the women's championship match, and very good women's match, no doubt about it. Very good women's match. I guess they're now referring to the women as superstars as well, so it equals out. So very good match. Charlotte did end up winning, which a lot of people, I think, pretty much thought was going to happen because it sets up her losing the belt at Extreme Rules to Sasha Banks. So very good match. Definitely definitely allowed these ladies to show why they have been known as the Four Horsewomen of NXT and now WWE. So very good match overall. The Hell in the Cell match, definitely very physical, definitely more story driven than anything. We saw things out of Shane. We saw Shane do things we knew he would pull out. We all pretty much knew he was going to do something from on top of the cell, and he did. You can see my reaction on that. So in the end, though, Undertaker ended up winning. Again, I don't know what direction this is going to go in. How much longer we got to deal with the Authority storyline? Are they going to turn face? What's going on? We don't know. Then after that, we had the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. We had some people in there we didn't expect. You know, we had Tatanka in there. We had DDP. We had Shaq, of all people, Shaquille O'Neal. And from NXT, Baron Corbin, which I guess kind of indicated that his match with Austin Aries was his last match in NXT. Why? Because Baron Corbin ended up winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which is the second, well, I guess you could say third to last match on the card. So he ends up winning that, and this obviously sounds like they're going to try to start pushing him maybe now on the main roster. Then we had the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders come out. They were the lead into The Rock. He came out. He came out with a blowtorch, ignited a rock sign on fire, and then did his usual stick in the ring. Also announced, but was also announcing the fact that they had set a WrestleMania attendance record of over 101,000 people, which is pretty cool. And then he gets confronted by the Wyatt family. And what's unique about this is Bray says his piece. Rock acknowledges who he is, but then says, hey, look, we're not going to have a fight here at WrestleMania. We're not going to have a WrestleMania fight. We're going to have ourselves a WrestleMania match. And lo and behold, Rock was obviously ready to go because he had his gear on underneath. We get an impromptu WrestleMania match with him and Eric Rowan, which he ends up winning with the rock bottom. As soon as the bell rings, Rowan tries to swing on him, and he catches him in the rock bottom 1, 2, 3 in 6 seconds. So of course this angers Bray, and then him and Braun Strowman and Eric surround the ring. And lo and behold, who comes to Rock's aid? John Cena. John Cena comes to the aid. He helps him out. He helps Rock out. Ends up showing that obviously he's cleared to compete again because he hit the attitude adjustment. He hit the 5-knuckle shuffle. He hit the spinning powerbomb that precedes it. So he's obviously in good shape. And I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised by that. Then we get the main event. And yes, Roman Reigns was heavily booed. But the entrance for Triple H, he had a tremendous entrance. Stephanie being part of it. And overall, whether you like Roman or not, and a lot of people were booing when he was making a comeback, and especially towards the end of the match, they put on a decent, almost, 40-minute match. When you think about it, almost 40-minute match between him and Hunter. Very, very good. Roman does end up winning. One of the unique things about this is Stephanie ended up getting speared. Yeah, we haven't seen her get speared or attacked or anything like that in a long time. So she ends up getting speared. This almost cost Roman the match. He ends up in it, but that doesn't happen because even though he gets pedigreed, he kicks out. This allows him to come back and hit the pedigree. I mean, not hit the pedigree, but come back and hit the spear on Triple H, because even though she was down and out, Stephanie was still able to reach into the ring and hand Triple H his sledgehammer. Triple H tried to go and use it like he did last year, but failed, and Roman Reigns ends up spearing him, hitting him with 2 Superman punches, and then spearing him for the 1, 2, 3, and becoming World Heavyweight Champion. And again, whether you like Roman or not, I think this was a decent match. Yes, Triple H helped carry it a lot. And Triple H still showed that he can go in the ring. And if this is his last in-ring match, because his performer's contract is up, he went out with a bang, even if in defeat. So, overall, I'll give this WrestleMania, grade point-wise, maybe a C. A C+, if you will. Definitely check it out if you want. And for me, though, it's the first time in a while that I've had to use 2 DVDs to record WrestleMania. Long story short, I had set the first DVD for 4 hours thinking they're going to get everything done. That didn't happen. I had to switch over to another DVD, set the recording mode to 1 hour, and guess what? That was just enough because this thing overall ran for almost 4 hours and 50 minutes of show. So 2 discs was definitely worth it. I should have went to 6 hours, but I wasn't thinking that it was going to go that long. But overall, I'll give it a C+ grade. Definitely check out WrestleMania if you're interested again. Or if you haven't seen it yet, check it out. You'll enjoy it. So, that's all I'm going to say, folks. Let me know what you guys think down below. The reaction video will be up as soon as possible. God bless. Take care.